Morning. I did this snow scene based loosely on a watercolour by Ted Wesson that you can see in one of the books that Ron Ranson did on Ted. Uh, Probably painted from a sketch or photograph from around Sheer, Guildford in Surrey, the Surrey Hills. But it's the sort of basis of for many sort of snow scenes like this. A rough path covered in snow, bright day, sunlight. So I'm going to have a go in acrylic. This painting I did is probably in oil, done probably about, I don't know, 15, 20 years ago. So I'll put that to one side. I'm not going to copy it, I'm just going to do a version of it. This is one I started on Saturday, but I didn't go very far with it. I'd done a similar one, which I published, which you've seen. All right, okay. So, I've got my Stay Wet palette. There's a lot of cobalt blue in snow scenes, and I've only got this tube of Artist Quality, so I'm going to squirt that out. That's cobalt blue. Let's keep that nice and safe. The lid on it's busted. Right, okay, so quite a high key palette, lemon yellow, yellow ochre, orange, cadmium, no this is a crimson red, cadmium red, ultramarine, cobalt blue, burnt sienna black, sap green and viridian. I won't use them all, but I better put my apron on because this can be a messy business, so bear with me. It's the Masterson Stay Wet palette, which I've had for many years. Super palette. You need to cover your knees up with acrylic because I sit down to paint. I always have done. And knees are quite close to brushes. And acrylic, once it's on, it's very difficult to shift. Okay, so that's me covered up. Varnish brushes, a couple of knives. Someone just asked a question on a painting I did 3 years ago, the Dusk. The one I used two colours based on a Dennis Sheenan, one of his type of paintings, using two colours and a lot of oil. Where it was quite a big painting, and you start off just by putting some mixture of paint on and wiping it out with kitchen paper, and just work away until something arrives that you can turn into something more realistic. And I used a 3-inch hake for it. I don't know if I've got it here. It's quite a large. Oh yeah, here it is. Somebody asked me what the bristles were. Were they soft bristles? Well, I know people are still looking at it. It's an Isabey. This says French. Oh, Chungking, so made in China. It's an Isabey. There it is. That's what I used. It's a 3-inch hake anyway, or number 60 6420 Isabey. It's stiffer than the Ron Ranson hake. It's the consistency of these sort of varnish brushes, but it's quite a good brush, and I use that. I think it's 3 inches. Let's have a check, because I don't want to give you wrong information. It's less than 2.5 inches. It's 60 millimeters anyway. 60 millimeters, 2 inches and a quarter, and it's quite a stiff brush. But it was a joy to do. But I've only ever done two paintings in that style. I don't really like the solvents or the cleaning fluids, and I know you can get non-toxic oil paints and water-based oil paints, which I've never tried, and I can do it all with acrylic anyway. The difference mainly with acrylic and oil is that the oil tends to stay thick. If you put it on thick, it stays thick, but the acrylic tends to brush out a bit. It's a bit thinner, but then I'm using thin, mostly cheap paints. The cobalt wasn't, that was an Artist Quality, as is the yellow ochre and the white. They're artist qualities. The rest are very cheap, supermarket own brand. I buy from Wilkinson's. Apparently Tesco's are doing a range. This is on an old demo that I didn't really like. And as I mentioned, this was the second one of similar to what I did on Saturday morning, but I didn't seem to be going anywhere with it. So it's going to live again as an oil, as an acrylic, shall I say. Oops. Hold on. I've lost my picture, my model. I don't know where it's gone. Bear with me, but I'll find it. Ah, that's it, got it. So we know where we're going. So I'll put in a sky. So mostly cobalt and a lump of white. Cobalt is a much cooler blue than ultramarine, which is my usual. I'll just come over that. Just put a layer of paint on. We can put a bit of fairly high horizon, and we can put a bit of orangey. In there just to warm up the sky a little bit. Okay, that'll do. I'm going to put in some distant hill. Nothing more than that, really. Bit of red, maybe just to give it a mauvey look. Keep everything soft and merged. This is just underpainting. We'll put in some snow across the background, and we'll have a nice central area of white. The reason I'm doing a snow scene at the moment like this is because I was looking at Jackie Gardner's album this morning on Facebook, and she's just, well, she did one a while ago, and I thought, well, that looks really nice. It's very similar to the one I've got here, so I'll do another sort of version of it. We'll worry where the light's coming from in a minute. Right, so let's get some nice stuff back there, bit of warm in that snow. Okay, now we've got some fences and trees on one side. I'm not sure. Well, let's put them in. Let's just go in for black, bit of red. These just inch varnish brushes. Nothing special. Got a bank coming up here. Oh, we'll put some warm in here. Okay, something like that. And we can superimpose some snow over this. So we'll just have the light coming from the left. So we'll have our dark bits on the right hand side. And Don't want all the trees the same. We want to vary them. Bit of sienna, there's a bit of green in there as well. Why not? Just coming up here. I might do some rigger work on this, but I want to keep it mainly thick trunks and branches. Going off into the distance there, something like that. Right, so let's put in some ochre. Put snow on there. Some dark. I will add to that as we go. So we've got a bit of a. No, I'll change that. I'll use a different brush for that. I want to put that fence in. And you put the paint, the snow going the way it's sort of coagulating, the wind is going up here. Good fun, isn't it? For Monday morning, been out shopping. I've decided that after many years of, over 40 years of fitting carpets, my wrist just won't take it anymore. No, comes to us all, don't get old. Right, that'll do for that for a minute. Brush, keep the brushes nice and clean. I'll use the half-inch flat. I've got a cup of tea here, so. Right, fence posts. Just. Okay, that's it. Just don't collect all the dots, just here and there. We can put some snow on top of these. Okay, I'll do. I reckon that using the inch flat we can get some nice tweaks. No, I'm not sure about that. No, I don't like that. Let that dry and we'll go over it. Right. Let's put in some bushes. Bit of sienna. Dragging over, and the light will be on that side. We can put in a bit of snow in there, a bit of dark in there, so black and red, why not? It's a good rich dark. Shadow there. I'll put a bit of banking here. The original version of this that I did took quite a few hours. Right, we'll have a little bit coming across here. A bit of blue in there. So a little bit of a distance. We'll have a little bit going across here. Yeah, that cobalt blue is just about right, isn't it? Okay. Put a lot out. Maybe a bit of red. It just gives it a little bit of mauviness, a bit of cool. Picture back. We'll have some coming up here. Okay, I don't think this will be behind the mount, a lot of this. Right, let's have a bit of nice cobalt on here. No, it's not showing. A bit darker. Don't overdo that. Okay, so there we are. We have a basis of a picture. So let's just clean that up there. See, the great thing about acrylic is that it dries very quickly, and you can use a hairdryer on it as well. So it's a good reason to use it. It's a lovely thing. It's taken decades to get really popular. Decades, and Hockney made it very popular. Let's just get a bit of light in there. Softening that there. I'm not sure about that. Let's go back with some cobalt now in that sky. Not quite dry. I'll let that dry off and I'll go back onto the snow here. Keep your cloth handy. Let's just put this back. Right, snow in the foreground. Shadowy, too shadowy, I think. Bit of sunlighty stuff here. Just a touch of orange in there, which I've put in the sky. Soften, keep things soft. Just dabbing over that. got to do some rigger work in here. Let's put in some shadowy snow now. Exaggerate all this. It's darker. Stuff in there that we can counter change. Okay, snowy colour now. And the snow is not pure white, it reflects what's around it, and especially the sky. Now we put a bit of that, just that gentle colour in. More blue in that, eh? I'm going to put some slightly darker blue, cobalt blue behind those fence posts, so a bit of a cast shadow. Then I can put in just a bit of that. I don't want it to look chocolate boxy. I'm going to put a bit of green in now. A bit of iridium, a bit of lemon yellow, a bit of red. And we'll put a little bit of stuff on there. Just putting a little bit of a footprint in. Okay. Now some good, slightly ochre highlights on here. Sorry about the silence. Just sticking it up here. If you want the lights to look lighter, you need to counter change it with darker, shadowy bits of snow. So cobalt, bit of red, and just enhance it. Just the shadows. Okay, get some dark in there. In these bits here. Got a bit of green in there, that's got a bit of rye there. Colour in the trunks. Got a little bit thick with that one, I think, so let's see if we can just change a little bit of that. Easily done. Right, put in a bit of the dark colour back on there on the shadow side. Right, now just some dark on this side here. And some bit of ochre. Okay. A little more dark. A good dark is red or crimson with viridian. Great rich warm dark is what we want here. Okay, it's rigger. to start with, didn't I? Just using a bit of black. Just rough. Don't want any portraits of anything, just some detail in here. A lot. Yeah, I've gone wrong on that one. Okay. I really don't like that one, so I'm going to paint it out. So the headphones off or mute. I'll just try it. You'll have a job to do that in oil. Right, it's another brush. We've got that light orangey glow on the sky there. Got a bit of crimson in there. Copal. Okay, well we can make something of that now. Let's just drag some snowy stuff over there. Just reduce the intensity of it. Same here. And there. Okay, all soft. Right, I'm just going to give that a dry there, and I'll go back with the rig up. But I think before I do that, I'll put it in the mount, and I'll finish it in the mount, because that will give a good idea of how we're going on this one. So that'll do. Okay, right. Bit of dark, bit of red, ready back. Some in colour across here. Okay, so there we are. We've got a sort of a snow picture. I think that that has come over a little bit too far. There's not enough there, so we'll rectify that. Clean brush. And we'll put in just a bit of those dark colours, no, light colours, the sienna, bit of warm. That'll do. Right, well, I think much more than that would be overkill for a demonstration. It's only a small picture, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's making something out of nothing, really. Let's come round and well, there we are. So we've got a nice bit of light on the horizon. And that is reflecting through the colours on the path here. I don't think the path is, or the track is particularly good. But I don't know if we can improve it with a bit of red and blue. If somebody's been along there. But now anything else is just fiddling, and we try to avoid over fiddling. It's better left understated rather than overstated with the kitchen sink, if you know what I mean. Okay, well, thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed that. A walk in the Surrey Hill snow, which hasn't come yet. It's come out, so you see the whole picture. Okay, see you later. Bye bye.